living off the coast of Florida. And I've come here in search of one of nature's true apex predators, and arguably the most feared species of animal on the planet. Sharks. Sharks have honed their predatory skills for over 150 million years.
And one of them is more mysterious, and perhaps more bizarre than any other shark in the ocean. The great hammerhead. They're notoriously elusive, but my goal is to encounter one and witness its power firsthand. Fingers crossed. I'm Dominic Monaghan. All my life I've been fascinated by animals. Look, see, on the road, Frank. The wilder, the better. And since I was a kid, I've dreamt of traveling the planet to get my hands on some of the rarest, most beautiful, wow, and amazing creatures out there. And now, I finally had my chance. Well, that might be most people's image of Florida, but this is a little bit more my speed. This particular road cuts right through the iconic Florida Everglades, a fantastic place for me to possibly find a little bit of wildlife before I head south towards the Florida Keys. South, in search of one of the sea's most infamous animals. There is a creature that drives fear into the heart of humans more than any other animal on planet Earth. Sharks. There's over 400 different types of shark, and many of them spend their time in the warm waters off the coast of Florida. I've come here to see one in particular. Check this out. The shark that I want to see the most is called the giant hammerhead shark, and that name really needs no explanation. They can reach lengths of over 16 feet, and that crazy-shaped head allows them to pick up electrical impulses from their prey. It also gives them widescreen vision. Incredible looking creature. What I'm hoping to do is learn a little bit more about it. Not only see the giant hammerhead shark, but go swimming with it as well. My journey starts here in the Everglades. Then I'll cross the spectacular overseas highway towards Key West. While I'm here in the Everglades, I can't miss an opportunity to have a look around. Let's go. The Everglades are actually the largest area of wilderness in the southeastern United States. And though most people think that it's just a ginormous swamp, it is in fact actually a very slow-moving river. It's 50 miles wide and over 100 miles long. Oh, wow. Look how green that is. I don't know if you read comic books, but you can imagine Swamp Thing living in a place like this. Hold on. Something's making some ripples over there, and it's close enough to the bank that I think I could probably wade in. Oh. Man, it's prickly around here. There. Right in front of me. Hang on. Ooh. Look at this monster of an animal. He might not be crazy about coming out of the water, but this is a spectacular little creature. This is the Florida snapping turtle. Listen to him hiss. That's a little warning sign. I don't like being picked up by something that might eat me. It's called the Florida snapping turtle for good reason. That front of his mouth there will certainly see him try and bite me then. Because I'm holding the back of him, he doesn't have the ability to wheel around and actually snap at me. Very strong little creature. He probably only weighs between 15 and 20 pounds. But he's definitely working my forearms right now because this turtle doesn't have the ability to completely disappear inside its shell. So it needs a defense mechanism. And that happens to be this extremely strong snapping technique. And if I put my hand anywhere past about here, I wouldn't feel too comfortable because this turtle, even though it doesn't look like it right now, has a relatively long neck that it can extend, which it's thinking of doing at the moment, Frank. And that, see that? Now these guys live really successfully in these type of waters, and they're known for pretty much eating any living matter. Fish, different types of amphibians, obviously frogs and toads, but they're also known for kind of cleaning up anything that falls in the water. So they almost behave like the trash men, the bin men of the swamp. Also, if I pick this guy up, you can see that its limbs are really quite exposed. Big, muscular back feet, which he's ripping into my fingers right now. Whew. Spent a couple of minutes with this turtle, and I tell you what, he's extremely strong for a little animal. Maybe I'll just put him back and get back into the water. Hey, everybody. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for not snapping off my thumb. See you later, dude. give these a quick count. 10. Right, let's get back at it. The Florida snapping turtle. Pretty wicked. Because the Everglades are such a rare landscape, it's teeming with extraordinary animals. I can't wait to dive in deeper tomorrow to discover what else lurks in these swamps. It's day 2. I've taken a little bit of a detour through the Big Cypress Reservation, the source of the Everglades. Heiheoki, that's what the Seminole people call it, meaning grassy water. This place is home to the Seminole Nation, an amalgamation of 7 different tribes indigenous to Florida for at least 12,000 years. I'm meeting my native guide, Vincent Billy. I'll tell you that mornings in Florida are a little bit chilly. Hopefully it'll warm up. Whoa, look at these things. Look at this, Frank. This is going to be exciting. Morning, sir.
Good morning.
What do you call this thing?
Yeah, airboat.
How many years have you been driving it?
Most of my life.
Any crashes?
Yeah, a few.
Okay, cool. Well, I've crashed a car and a boat. I've not crashed a plane yet. And I've not crashed an airboat.
Maybe today.
I'm ready, man. All right. With over 350 bird species and 27 different kinds of snakes making the Everglades their home, I'd say this is the perfect vantage point. It's also the only place in the world where the American alligator and the American crocodile coexist in the wild. It just doesn't get any better than this. Hold on a minute. Maybe it does. Hang on, I'm pointing to the bank. Okay, let's get out. Come on, Brad. It's just at the top of that little rocky outcrop, Frank, you see? Look. Definitely a good size. What I'm hoping to do on this particular journey is dive with the elusive yet powerful hammerhead shark. Though I'm now deep in the Florida Everglades and I've just spotted an epic rattlesnake. Definitely a good size. Let's see if I can bring it out into this little flat area. Wow, that is a nice sized rattlesnake. Just chilling, like, look. Let me give this guy a little nudge. I'm gonna bring him back around here. Nice. Heavy on my snake stick. Woo! Big eastern diamondback rattlesnake. This is a fully grown rattlesnake. Rattling a little bit. It's probably not crazy about where you are right now, friend. This is the largest of 32 rattlesnake species in the world. This is a snake that could administer about 1,000 milligrams of venom. That is enough to kill maybe 9 or 10 grown human beings. This is a snake that you wouldn't want to get bitten by. If you look, you can see a kind of cloudy consistency in its eyes. That means this rattlesnake's just about to shed. So its vision is not fantastic at the moment, and they're defined by this diamond shape that goes down the top of their body. And it's a keel-scaled snake. Keel scaling has this raised look to it, allows this snake to have a little bit of grip when it's moving over this slightly uneven ground. Rattlesnakes are defined by this classic noise that they make with this rattle that they have at the back of their tail. That's obviously the warning sign for us humans. The snake, alongside the shark, is probably the animal that is the most vilified in the natural world. The beautiful eastern diamondback rattlesnake. It's nice to meet you. Good luck with that shed. See how fast they can move when they feel like it? Okay, let's go. I'm driving. Love this boat. Push it up, Frank. Come on. Do nothing on this show. Thanks, Frank. Well, that was a killer encounter with one of the world's greatest snakes. And there's another reptile I'm hoping to see. That's the American alligator. The Everglades is home to over 200,000 of them. But I have to be careful, because an alligator can weigh up to 1,000 pounds and remove a limb in a snap. Frank! Alligator, straight ahead. This guy comes up onto the bank in the early morning sun, soaks up some energy. It's a cold-blooded animal. In fact, almost 70% of an alligator is made up of pure muscle. And they can swim at 20 miles an hour, which is extremely impressive, especially when you think about them on the land being quite a cumbersome animal. Reptiles have a brilliant ability to stay completely still. Here's a little... Oh. Cool creature, right? American alligator. That was pretty fun, right? Got kind of close to some alligators, but I feel like I want to get a little bit closer. And Vincent just told me to check out a guy called Billy. He thinks he might be able to get me just that little bit closer. Billy Walker has been handling alligators all his life, and his people, the Seminole, have been hunting and living with alligators for thousands of years. Anything that happens in regards to an alligator, whether it needs to be moved, a problem alligator, an alligator too large to humans, we call Billy. How are you?
Doing good. Nice to have you down here.
Thank you. Heard a lot about you.
Yeah. This is Elsie, one of our elders. We usually ask permission to mess with the alligators and stuff. So she's the one that's going to give us our blessing today.
Okay. I've been lucky enough to be at ceremonies where I've been blessed before, and it's usually to bring good fortune or to pass on some sort of wisdom, but this one is more of a permission. It's the permission to be in this part of the land and also to work with the alligator if we want to see it. Thank you very much.
Right there, there's a trail right there. We see where it stopped.
Obviously, Billy knows what to look for when you're looking for alligators.
Oh, look right here. You can see where a gator has laid up on here and sunbathed. You can see his drag mark where his tail went in. It's probably like an 8 or 9 foot alligator.
Really?
Yeah. Let's go and walk down here and see what we find.
That's so strange. There could be a big alligator in 2 foot of water and you wouldn't see it.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of keeping an eye out right here. I had him come out and jump at me.
You look for bubbles, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, there's a gator right there.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, that shape right there. See that thing? Look. See that? I've come to Florida to swim with the incredibly elusive great hammerhead shark, but I couldn't pass up the chance to detour through the Everglades, where I've encountered a couple of impressive creatures. It's nice to meet you. And now Billy, my gator guide, has just spotted an alligator.
Oh, there's a gator right there.
Where?
Right there.
Hopefully he'll let me hang with it for a while and not bite my head off. Watch yourself, Fred.
Oh, yeah, he is feisty a little bit. That's about 2,500 pounds square fighting pressure right there, too.
That'll bite your hand right off.
Oh, yeah. But as we work him, yeah, the pressure's going to get lower, and then that's when I know that we can make our move onto the alligator. He is real vicious. See where his tail meets his mouth? You want to stay on the outer perimeter.
This is the move they make when their prey gets close enough for them to bite.
So anytime I pop his jaws, it's going lighter.
Although lighter is relative with an alligator. That jaw is like a steel trap that can easily separate a man from his limb.
I'm going to do what you call a quick catch. I'm going to jump on his back. And if you like, you can join me on the back as soon as I jump him.
Nothing would give me more pleasure, Billy.
Okay. What I do is I usually just cover up his eye like this. That's almost sounds like a bellow.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, can I join you?
Yes, just jump in behind me. And
how do we do this?
Just sit behind me and then just scoot in right where I'm at, and I'm going to go off the front.
You got it. We'll get on top of that hugely powerful tail. Okay.
And then just go ahead and scoot in.
Okay.
And then what you do is you're going to run your hands right here around his neck. Yeah, just like that. And then I'm going to go run off. Just stay on him.
Wow. Interesting power on an animal like this. It feels like it's just building, constantly building power. Oof. It's taking big, deep breaths right now, which usually means for a reptile that they're getting ready to explode. How are those claws, Billy? Like, those claws are insane. Look at that. It's just moving me backwards.
Just put all your weight on it.
So strong. I mean, just raw power, just using her strength just to pull me backwards. I'm not the biggest guy in the world. I'm 150 pounds. On the ground, they're a little cumbersome, right?
Yeah.
But in the water, it's one of the ultimate killers.
Oh, yeah.
These nodules on the top of her body, it's like armor. You just cannot get past this. And it's made of bone.
Scoots.
Scoots.
They work as a solar panel. They build up their heat and build up their body energy.
And if you look around the outside of this alligator's jaw, they're covered in little black spots, and those are sensory areas of the alligator. Anything that gets near there is going to spark the alligator's interest. And if it's something it can eat, it's going to snap down, and that is a dead animal. If you focus in on his eye when he opens it, you'll see that there's almost like a pair of goggles covering his eye. That's called the nictitating membrane. Now, they'll use that and they go under the water to make sure that no debris gets into their eye. It also allows them to see under the water. This feels like just a huge coiled spring getting ready to go off. Which leads me to my next question, Billy, which is, how do I get off?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go in front of the alligator, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab him by his jaws and cover up his eyes, and you just go straight back.
Okay. Good?
Yep. Go ahead. Not bad for your first American alligator, huh?
Thanks, man. That was fun. Alligator. Like it. It's kind of a shame that I have to say goodbye to the Everglades and its remarkable creatures. But if I want to come face to face with a hammerhead shark, I better get going. Snake in the road, snake in the road. There's a snake right here. Oh, I'm getting out, I'm getting out. Come on, Frank, come on. Just be careful. It's a big snake. Big venomous snake. You can come a little closer than that, Frank. Oof. This is the cottonmouth. These guys are also called the water moccasin. Just sat here in the middle of the road, and that sounds a little counterintuitive, but actually, if you feel the road at this time of night, it's a little warmer than it would be down in that little wilderness area. So these snakes come up onto the road to pick up the last little bits of temperature from the day, and then they'll slink back down. These guys are obviously very accomplished swimmers, and it's the only semi-aquatic viper in the United States. Watch out, Frank. The more a snake gets coiled up like that, the more it's standing its ground. If I were to push any further than, let's say, this line right now, this cottonmouth would have a go at me. Whoa. You can see right now, it's realigning its jaw after that bite. They're able to move their top jaw and their bottom jaw independently. So at this point, it's making sure, idiot, it's making sure that its jaw is back in the right place. The males, which get bigger than the females, can reach lengths of 1.8 meters. So it'll get bigger than me. What I'm gonna do is actually coax this guy down into the grass, because if another car comes along and hits him, I'll never forgive myself. I don't think he knows I'm trying to do him a favor, so I'm just gonna gently drag him over to this grass. So hopefully now, that is a much safer cottonmouth. One of the most intimidating and athletic snakes I've ever seen. The water moccasin. Cool, right? See you later, buddy. There's definitely much more to discover in the Everglades, but I have to keep heading south to Biscayne Bay. That's where I'm hoping to find the most evasive and stunning shark known to man, the great hammerhead. And just ahead is Miami. I'm meeting up with Dr. Neil Hammerschlag, marine biologist and shark specialist at the University of Miami.
Are you Neil? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Neil? Dominic.
We're going to be putting satellite tags on some sharks and giving them a quick checkup.
Hey, perfect, let's do it.
Just like at the doctor's, taking blood, measurements, and that all-important fin clip. The team's made up of students from the University of Miami, and as you can see, they've done this sort of thing before. Unlike yours truly. Hopefully we'll run into a giant hammerhead shark. Because they're so rare, it makes studying them all the more crucial. So we've set course for the part of Biscayne Bay that catches the tides.
It's incoming tide, so the water is going this way.
Right.
So we stick our baits on the outside because its smell is going this way. So we hope a shark that comes on this side follows it up.
Right.
That's got a circle hook with a piece of nice bait. This is a barracuda.
Really?
And we have 10 of these drum lines.
I'm hoping we can lure in some cool sharks, so I'm gonna pick out some nice, juicy chum.
I would avoid the head. They
don't like the head?
They don't like that as much. I think I would eat that. I think you just pick the best piece in there.
Is that good?
That's good.
I'm the son of a fisherman.
Yes, number 10, that's 10.
So obviously you've been working with sharks all of your professional life. Why specifically are you working in Florida?
One, we have a high diversity of sharks. Two, Florida's right on the edge of the Gulf Stream, which is a highway for all different types of migratory animals.
You have a favorite shark?
My favorite shark is definitely the great hammerhead. Sharks are cool in and of themselves. Then you have this like alien type shark that's got this big hammer for a head. Their fins are very sickle shaped. They're relatively rare, and they're kind of like the unicorns of the oceans in terms of their rarity, their uniqueness. Shark populations are under large stress from humans. That includes habitat destruction, pollution, but probably the largest threat is overfishing. And so any opportunity to see one or interact with one or get data from that is not only a research priority for us, but a really special experience.
Absolutely. Well, I hope we get lucky today.
Yeah.
Shark on!
I'm on a mission to find a peculiar-looking great hammerhead shark.
They're kind of like the unicorns of the ocean.
I've joined up with a shark tagging research team from the University of Miami.
Shark on!
And I'm hoping we just got lucky.
Woo!
We have a shark. We just have a shark. See it, the grey shape just in the water here.
All right, guys, we got a big nurse shark.
The nurse shark is a slow-moving, docile shark. It can grow up to 14 feet, weighing 730 pounds. You can actually see the shark kind of barrel rolling a little bit, like crocodiles would do, to try and release itself from the line. So again, the shark's out the water for maybe 4 minutes, maybe 4.5 minutes, something like that. The team works quickly to collect data and tag it.
All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take lengths of the shark.
247.
Now what we do is we take the fin clip and we look at the chemical composition, because you are what you eat. They're being killed for their fins to make shark fin soup. And what we found is that the shark fins contain a toxin that's linked with Alzheimer's, ALS, and other diseases.
Right.
And now Robbie's going to show how to tag.
The skin is really, really tough. It's like armor. So you can take a mallet and you go up into the fin where I can't really feel it.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to hit down on it, okay?
Okay.
And perfect, perfect. Twist it.
Yeah. Are you doing it?
All right, now you pull it. Perfect.
That's good, that's secure. Now, how long would that be secure for?
That'll be on there for years, years to come.
So is this typical for a shark that you pull out of the water right now? Like, a relatively calm shark, right?
Technically, the bigger the shark, the calmer it is.
So he's going to draw blood now.
See how tough that skin is with a needle to get in. It's actually a real effort to try and push through that tough cartilage.
Very hard. There you go. Nice. So this is a male shark, and you tell that because these two are his two reproductive organs, okay? It's kind of like the penis, and he's got two.
Lucky.
But he can only use them one at a time.
Oh, shame.
Sorry. All right, guys, that's everything. Let's get this fish back in the water. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Nice and quick. Nice. Good job, everyone.
Nice.
Good job.
First shark. I like that.
Good job, man.
Cool. Very fast, very easy, and obviously a huge team effort. Next, Neil sets out to tag bull sharks. And because they live closer to the shore, that's where we're going.
So right now we're like right off Miami, the heart of the beast. You know, 7 million people. Let's see what the sharks are doing right here. They might be flourishing in this urbanized habitat, or they might, you know, be suffering from the pollution. So this is what we're trying to figure out.
Bull sharks are a little bolder. They actually prefer slightly dirtier water. And they're okay being a little closer to humans. You can see some water getting spilled out here. The water's a little murkier. This is much more of a perfect location for bull sharks.
So we gotta start. It's moving quickly. Yeah, we got a nice sized bull shark, guys.
Pretty good size shark, check it out. You see this guy has much more of a classic shark-like shape. That big, tall, dorsal fin, very stocky body.
All right, you guys got that on there? Okay, have a look here. Look at the water flowing through the gills. Can you see that? That's very important.
Bull sharks are ram ventilators. In order to breathe, they have to keep swimming. So that hose is keeping it alive. These guys are just using manpower to keep it secure right now. Quite a scarred up shark as well. And obviously a pretty significant row of teeth.
So bull sharks' teeth are serrated, much like steak knives. And so these teeth can pretty much cut through anything.
Because the teeth are attached to cartilage, not bone, they fall out easily when attacking prey. The one behind it moves in like a conveyor belt to take its place. In fact, a shark will go through as many as 40,000 teeth in its lifetime. This is a fully grown bull shark right now. It's got that classic shark skin. When I go this way, it's smooth. When I go this way, it's like sandpaper. In fact, the shark that Jaws is based on is a bull shark, it's not a great white. Obviously, Spielberg thought that the great white was the most more dynamic shark to use.
Guys, we're rotating it for surgery. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going just in the lower abdomen here. I'm making an incision using a scalpel. Now this is quite hard because the shark skin is really tough, and then it's got this muscle layer. But I'm trying to make a hole into the body cavity. And you can see there's quite a lot of cutting because there's a lot of muscle right here.
Neil's about to insert a radio transmitter, except that this creature is absolutely made of muscle, and that makes this bit of surgery tough going.
So this is a transmitter, it's an acoustic transmitter, it sends out an acoustic pulse. I'm gonna try to get that in to the cavity.
I mean, that's like going to the dentist.
Yeah, all right, and now we're gonna suture this up. I'll take one of those needles now, please.
And believe it or not, that wound's gonna heal up in a couple of days. Bull sharks have an amazing immune system. This is obviously an animal of great interest. We want to work out how often it's coming this close into shore, what its movements are, what it's doing on a daily basis, and that radio transmitter is going to send back information to Neil so that he can understand a little bit more about this bull shark's behavior.
1, 2, 3. Now. Look ready. Beautiful. Good job. Woo.
Nice work, man. Nice work. I got shark burn. Yeah. That's a cool thing to tell your friends. Oh, how'd you hurt your arm? I got shark burn.
We got it in our sight and tracking it as we speak.
Ah, that's cool. Did you give it a name?
No, I gotta start thinking of one, though.
What about Frank?
I don't know about Frankie.
Oh, really? Frank, you blew it. Dominic? No.
So
well, that was amazing, man. Biggest shark I've ever seen in person. Oh, that was pretty cool, right? Learned a few things about sharks that I didn't know about before. Honestly, the lasting memory that I'll have now is just how strong they are for a fish, you know? And I think the next thing that I really want to do is get in the water with them. I've been privileged to meet some amazing sharks here in Florida while on a tagging mission with Neil and his research students. Perfect. But I'm still determined to encounter a hammerhead shark up close and underwater. That's why I'm heading south. As you can see, I'm currently crossing one of the 42 bridges that will take me to the southernmost tip of the United States of America. That would be Key West in the Florida Keys. And I'm meeting up with Neil there. He thinks there's much more of a chance that we'll see the hammerhead shark down there. But first, I have to make a stop in Old Town Key West. Because why wouldn't you? All sorts of exotic life here. The streets of Key West. It's a very, very bizarre little creature. Look at this. Just over here. Now, I don't want to get too close because I'm not sure if it's venomous. It seems to be some sort of bird. Coming around this way, Frank. Come on, look at this. Strange thing on top of its head. Some weird red growth. Very, very glamorous coloring on it. It's coming to you now, Frank. What a thrill. Look, I'm sweating. Look at that. Absolutely sweating. Brilliant. Hello.
Well, hi.
How's it going?
Good, how are you doing?
Good. What's your phone number? I mean, name's phone number. That's stupid. What's your name?
Lily.
Hi, Lily. Dominic, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good. Where are you from?
Russia?
Big place.
Where are you from?
I'm from England.
England? Oh my gosh, you have a sexy accent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thanks. Turn the cameras off, Frank. Turn the cameras off. What's good?
Try something like pina colada.
Okay, I'll try it. Thanks. Seriously, maybe I'll get a drink and you just go off and do your own thing, Frank, I think. What should I do tonight in Key West? What's fun?
Go to Green Parrot
Green Parrot. Is that where you're going?
and Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe. Is that where? What time will you be at Sloppy Joe's?
After midnight.
After midnight, you said.
You're gonna sleep. You're old.
There's no alcohol in this, is there not?
No, it's
Don't try to
not.
get me drunk, are you, Lily? I've come down here to swim with sharks. Do you like sharks?
Really?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
No, sharks are fine. Do you like sharks, no?
Can you see my face? I don't like sharks.
Why not? Why don't you like sharks?
I'm scared of them.
Well, you know, what if you had a big, strong man swimming alongside you in a tight wetsuit?
Who's gonna be you?
Maybe. No sharks in Russia? No.
Only in politics.
Very good. I like that, Lily. Yeah. Well, this is very tasty. It's lovely to meet you, Lily.
Nice to meet you.
Thank
Have
you.
a good one. See you after midnight.
Just heading out to this boat here to do my shark swimming, if we find them. A little bit nervous. Obviously, there's a little trepidation associated with getting in the open ocean with sharks, but I am with Neil, who's an expert, so hopefully he'll just talk me through it, and we should be good. Since I'm about to dive with some lethal predators, I better get a crash course on how to swim with sharks, although I do know a few of the human variety.
Well, the first thing is sharks are unpredictable. They're wild animals and eat their predators, right? Don't act like shark food. there's some really basic things, and those can include, just covering up skin. There's no white skin exposed, because things in the ocean that turn dead turn white, and sharks are opportunistic scavengers, and even just a flash of white, can either, to them, they might associate that with like a dead piece of flesh or fish. The really important thing to do is avoid being at the surface. So when we get in the water, let's just slide in really quickly, straight down to the bottom, and if we have to get somewhere, let's move along the bottom.
All right, this is it. Moment of truth. I just have to remember what Neil said. Don't act like shark food.
How are you, Dom? Let's head out this way.
Well, we're down here now at the bottom of the ocean. I have to admit, it's a little bit unnerving with this visibility. There might be maybe 8 to 10 feet of visibility. You can see all this silt. But every so often, some huge Leviathan-like shape just kind of ghosts by us. And it stirs in you this feeling which is unavoidably uncomfortable.
Certainly, for us, it's really challenging to see a shark, but this is ideal conditions for them to sneak up on their prey. It's particularly surgy down here, which makes it a little bit difficult for, maintaining position, but the sharks can move through this just effortlessly.
Barracuda! Or as they say in the rock and roll world, ooh, barracuda.
That's good shark bait.
Quite a large one as well. That's a fully grown barracuda. Quite an unnerving fish, because it will actually just swim towards you and then just go stop still and check you out with that really big eye. See those big teeth? It's quite a formidable looking fish. The great thing about seeing a barracuda here is that they're very much the preferred food of a lot of sharks in the area. So when you see barracudas and fully grown ones like that, you can almost guarantee that there's sharks around here.
Neil thinks moving to deeper water will improve our chances of finding a hammerhead. So we're gonna get back on the boat and head to another location. The visibility was terrible, and the waves were just kicking up silt all over the place. Bummer.
I think, maybe we go check out offshore in a little bit deeper water, because it'd be a real shame to not be able to see these awesome animals.
You're totally agreed. Okay, well, why don't we take a little break and we'll have a think and see what we do next.
Yeah, just pray to the weather gods.
You got it.
Looks like we've got some bluer water. It's a bit deeper. It's about 50 feet here. Let's hope the sharks are here, and let's hope the conditions are conducive.
Look, there's a tiger shark.
Journeyed through the heart of Florida to the southernmost tip of the United States, Key West. My quest to find the great hammerhead shark has brought me down here, into its territory.
Hey, look, there's a tiger shark. Oh, right there. Wow. Amazing. Tiger sharks are the real kings of the shark world, certainly in these parts.
This one is a juvenile tiger shark.
These sharks can reach lengths of over 16 feet, and they certainly are the apex predator. Wherever they choose to swim, at lengths of over 16 feet, they will certainly have the capability to kill a human being.
Check out those stripes, just gorgeous.
The reason why they're called tiger sharks is because they have very distinct stripes on the side of their body, which are much more apparent at this age. As they get older, they get much darker, and those stripes kind of blend in with their body a little bit.
Well, tiger sharks are the largest predatory fish in the tropical seas. I find them quite common in the Bahamas, but here in Florida, they're pretty rare.
Shark right there.
Lemon shark.
Wow. The They're called the lemon shark because they have this kind of yellowy hue to their body. They're not necessarily known for being harmful towards humans, but if you were to get too close, they certainly have the capability to hurt you. A very social shark, one of the few social sharks in the world. They actually live in large groups. That helps them out with opportunities to feed, obviously to stay safe, to look out for predators, and to have babies. But their behavior is very different to the tiger shark. The tiger shark is drifting over our head, eyeballing us.
As the sharks get closer to us, things get a bit dicey. I have to make sure I keep my cool, because I'm hoping a hammerhead shark will turn up.
I can't believe how fast they're able to move under the water. Incredible. You get the feeling that at any given point they can come over and do whatever they want to here, you know? But really, they're just looking for some food, and clearly, which is a good thing for us, we are not it.
Still no hammerhead in sight, and now bad weather's moving in, and the turbulence is intensifying. So we have to head back up. Even though I didn't get a chance to see a hammerhead shark firsthand, it's a brilliant experience. Drifting down deeper and deeper into the place where sharks live, and being around them on their terms, is pretty special. So that was wet and wild Florida, and I got to see one of America's most populous states in a way that most people wouldn't dare. I got a little too cozy with an alligator. Snake in the road, snake in the road. Almost hit a cottonmouth viper wall with my car. And got to tag and swim with one of nature's most dangerous predators just off the coast of Florida. Amazing sharks. All right, what's next? For more wild things, go to oln.ca.